41, Jesus was indignant, which means he was, surprised, angry. He reached out his hand and touched the man. I am willing, he said, be clean. So if Jesus Christ is reaching out to us by bringing us to the house of the living God, and, we want to be made clean, we want to be made well, how many opportunities are you going to go through? How many experiences are you going to have? How many day ones are you going to have? Because you can speak to people here who have done crack and heroin and all these different drugs for over 7 years, 10 years, and it still did not make them satisfied. The Samaritan woman, Jesus had the longest conversation in the whole Bible with the Samaritan woman. And the Samaritan woman had an issue of love, and she had an issue of partners. And I think she had 5 husbands, the Bible tells us. She had 5 husbands, and the one she was sleeping with was not her husband, and that was her 6th husband. But Jesus came as the 7th husband, because 7 in the Bible is significant. It means the final seal. 7 is a number of completion. Jesus came as the 7th husband to complete her. Because literally, Jesus was sitting on a well, and it was a well of water. And, Jesus explained to her, if you drink this water, you will need more and more. But I have come. The water I will give you will be everlasting water. Because we can drink from the water that is drugs and alcohol because it is our life source. Even food is not our life source. I can get rid of the shirt because it's not my life source, because I need that drug. That is what a drug addict is. Do you see? That is your life source, this water, but it runs out. But living water means that the 7th seal, Jesus Christ, means that it is complete, it is done. And when the Samaritan woman had this encounter with Jesus, she literally dropped her pot and she ran to the town. She was like, one of the first female evangelists, you could say, because she went to spread the good news. She ran to the town, and her first words out of her mouth, we don't even know the rest of the words. Many were saved because of her conviction. She said, I have found me a man. Literally, because she kept on looking. It wasn't, because what the Bible always tries to describe, it gives you different issues of life. Her issue was men. But all of our issue is an issue of love. The drugs is an issue of love. The alcohol is an issue of love. Too many partners is an issue of love. So the Bible is trying to say whatever your issue is, because it comes in different packages, in different signs and ways, whatever your issue is love, because you keep on looking for it in the wrong places. But I have come to tell you that you will be satisfied. You won't need to keep on getting more and more of this water that is of life. But I will give you living water. And we will go out and testify that I have found you a man. Meaning a man worth serving. A man worth giving up our dignity and everything else and people to mock us. A man worth following. Literally, if we're looking for a leader that is worth following, and we haven't found it in the ordinary family we've had, we haven't found it in the people of this world, we haven't found it even in drugs and alcohol. Let us know that there is a man worth following. And he literally died in consecration of the fact that even over 2,000 years later, the blood keeps speaking. Over 2,000 years later, literally, his testimony is going ahead of him. 2,000 years later, we still believe in him, even though there was no TV, there was no radio. But the testimony from generation to generation, because of the people who are willing to die upside down to preach the good news that we do indeed have a God who cares about us, is something that we cannot match. And so if we have served lesser gods and lesser drugs and lesser alcohol that is bringing us here because it still didn't satisfy us, then even if we mock it, let us just try. We've tried everything else. Let us just try this with all sincerity and belief. And you give it to God and He will give you double. I assure you.